And if you've just tuned in, you are watching Lady Yellow Jacket basketball here at Chester High School in Colbert Memorial Gymnasium on Rocky Bridges Court. And it's the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats in town tonight taking on the Yellow Jackets. And right now, the junior varsity is down 29-12. It was a tight game in the first half, and the Jackets have only scored 4 points in the second half on the third quarter so far. But we have a very young team overall. That's varsity all the way down. But the JV team is really young, and we're very proud that they're doing as well as they are this year. Got some good talent, and several of those girls dress every varsity game. So right now it's the Anna-Jonesboro Lady Wildcats 29, the Chester JV Lady Jackets 12. And I'm going to go ahead and get set up for the varsity broadcast, but I wanted to update you and tell you that we will be doing the full varsity game. If you're watching, thank you for joining us. I'm Jim Beers, and I'll be seeing you in about 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Welcome back to Chester High School here at Colbert Memorial Gymnasium on Rocky Bridges Court, where the Anna-Jonesboro Lady Wildcats are in town to take on the Chester Lady Jackets in basketball. This is our second game of the evening, and the first game wasn't too favorable for the junior varsity. And I'll be truthful with you, I was busy getting all my equipment set up, and I didn't even see the final score. But I think it was something in the teens to something in the upper 30s or low 40s. I do not know. But I'll find that out for you before the end of the broadcast tonight. Lady Jackets tonight come into the game with a winning streak. They have won their last 3 games. They played in their annual Lady Jacket Midwinter Classic the very first week after we got back from Christmas vacation. And they had won 2 games before Christmas break. They won a game in the Carterville tournament, and that was a quality win against Carterville High School by a score of 52-51, a 1-point nail-biter there at the last. And then they won the first game back from Christmas break against Massac County, 50-35. And then they won 2 of the 3 games in the Lady Jacket Midwinter Classic. They beat New Athens by a score of 45-42 in the first game to advance to the semifinals. And they beat Trico High School 65-51 in the semifinals to advance to the finals. And it was a knockdown, drag-out, close game, and it wasn't decided until the final seconds of the basketball championship game against Marissa. But the Lady Jackets fell 54-51. Coming back last week, they only had 1 game, and I think they deserved a break after all of those games they played in a row. But on Monday, January the 12th, they beat Redbud 46-30 on the road at Redbud by a score of 46-30, and that was only their second win in the Cahokia Conference. The Lady Jackets are now 11-9 overall and 2-3 in the Cahokia Conference Illinois Division. In other games of that Lady Jacket Midwinter Classic, it was Trico beating Cobden 48-32 to win the 3rd place trophy. In the Consolation Championship, Sparta outdid Dupo 46-28 to win the Consolation Championship trophy and finish in 5th place. And in the game number 9, that was Saturday, January the 10th, New Athens beat Steelville 51-34 to finish 7th place in the tournament, with Steelville finishing in 8th place. And Chester's Lexi Mott was selected for the all-tournament team of that tournament. Last week was the Chester Invitational Tournament. It was the 62nd annual Chester Invitational Tournament. That's the boys' tournament. And in that tournament, it was Chester 59 over New Athens 51. Now, those of you who are gamblers, you could have bet on that game and said, I can guarantee you that the Yellow Jackets are going to win. That would have been a good safe bet because it was both the Chester Yellow Jackets and the New Athens Yellow Jackets battling out. That game also went down pretty close to the 4th quarter, with Chester coming out on top 59-51. In 3rd place was Saxony Lutheran High School. They beat Valley by a score of 47-37. In the Consolation Championship, it was Perryville 64 over Valmeyer 48. Perryville won the Consolation Championship trophy and finished in 5th place. And in the opening game of the day, it was Lebanon 58, Lovejoy 18. Lebanon advancing out to win the 7th place title. There was no trophy involved with that. The boys are at New Athens tonight. The Yellow Jackets are facing a very tough New Athens, who's probably not going to be too happy after the Chester Yellow Jackets beat them last week in the championship game of the Chester Invitational Tournament. Jackets now have a record of 9-11 overall, and They are 1-4 in the Cahokia Conference Illinois Division. The boys have a road trip tonight to New Athens on, and then they have a week, the rest of the week off. Then next week they will travel to West Frankfort on Monday, January 26th. They'll be home hosting Carterville on Tuesday, January 27th, and on Friday, January 30, they will host or go to Oakville to take on the Rockets at Oakville's home court. The Lady Jackets this week, after having that one game last week, they are going to be hosting 3 home games. Tonight is the Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats. On Thursday, January 22nd, Steelville will come to town. And then the last I heard, they were still trying to find a team to play on Saturday, January 24. Originally, it was supposed to be an early 5:30 game. Marissa was going to come to town to take on the Jackets, but Marissa canceled out. They backed out on that game. And I know that our athletic director, Jenny Cartwright, has been looking for a replacement. I saw her a few minutes ago, and I forgot to ask her if they have found a replacement yet. But as of this morning, they did not have a replacement. Want to tell you all about an exciting thing that's happening next Wednesday night at Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. The Salukis are hosting University of Northern Iowa Panthers tomorrow, next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And the Chester High School dance team has been selected to perform at halftime of that game. It's going to be Autism Awareness Night at SIU. And the Chester High School dance team, under the direction of 3 coaches, and I'll mention all 3 of them because I oftentimes forget to do this. Your dance coaches are, and I've got the list here someplace. Adrienne Kern is the head coach, I know that. Emily Roth is an assistant, and Bailey Mizoraka is an assistant. And they're going to be taking the dance team down to SIU to perform at that halftime. Now, the deal is everybody from Chester that wants to get a discount can get tickets online, and they gave me this code to go to, and I don't want to read that all off because you're not going to remember it. Anyway, it is going to be $10 tickets. That's about a 50% discount if you want to sit in section 113, which is the bleacher section right behind the basket closest to the SIU bench. Or the maroon package is a discounted lower bowl chair seats in the corner for $20, and that's about not quite a 50% discount, but if you don't like sitting on bleachers, you can get discounted tickets. Now, here's something I want all the coaches in town and all of the teachers that sponsor any kind of group. For any Chester High School team or any high school group or grade school groups or St. John's or St. Mary's, you can go to the game that night and get a special package for $5 tickets. And you will sit down in the same area where the high school is going to be sitting. But if you want those tickets, you're going to have to see me because I have to tell you what you have to go through to get that organized through the ticket office at SIU. If you go online, generally, you're going to be paying $10 a ticket or $20 for chair seats. If you go through the group ticket sales, you can get tickets for $5. And I think the coaches and the chaperones have to pay the $10 price, but that's still about a 50% discount on normal tickets. So that's next Wednesday night, January the 28th at SIU Carbondale. Carbondale is going to be hosting the University of Northern Iowa Panthers. The Chester High School dance team will be performing at halftime, and then various groups, and I know for sure the boys basketball team is going already. They had independently decided to go to that game regardless before they knew the girls were going to be dancing. And I think that Paige Gendron is going to be taking her cheerleaders. They're not going to be performing, but they want to go down and get a taste of the college athletic life, and they will have a chance to meet with the SIU Saluki cheerleaders and coaches. So that's next Wednesday night. Stadium announcer tonight, Mike Lawhead had something else going on, so he's got, I think it's his cousin. I'm not sure how they're related. Luke Lawhead, who does the announcing, stadium announcing for football games. He's going to be doing the announcing for the basketball game tonight, the varsity basketball game. He just did the announcement for the three-point shot club. And Jacket fans, we want you to keep your eyes to the skies, because every time the Yellow Jackets, our Lady Yellow Jackets, hit a three-point shot during the 2025-26 season, the shirts fly through the air here at Colbert Gymnasium. For the 32nd year in a row, local sponsors have come together to provide the annual three-point shot club. Thank you to all of our loyal sponsors: Silkworm Incorporated, Buena Vista National Bank, Lawhead Service Station, Mayor Joe Eggemar and the City of Chester, State Farm Insurance, Andy's Auto Body, Rogers Country Market, First Baptist Church of Chester, Swibco and Robertson Transportation. You know they carry the Jackets. Victor's Medicenter Pharmacy, Matt McCoy and Country Financial, Tequila's Mexican Restaurant, Memorial Hospital of Chester, Tim Hall Construction, Gilster Mary Lee Corporation, Chester Insurance Agency, Scott Rust and the Chester Dairy Queen, River City Auto, Dietrich Bank of Chester, Vasquez Fitness Center, and our three newest sponsors. Thank you guys for joining us. Mom and Pop's Pizza, it's tasty. Tommy Creason and Four Seasons Crappie Fishing, and Grace Church of Chester. Thank you to our 23 loyal sponsors for sponsoring this year's 2025-26 Three-Point Shot Club. And the players are going over to the benches. We have a minute 40 seconds left before the national anthem and the tip-off, the opening tip-off of the second game of the night. As I said before, in the first game, the junior varsity lost by quite a margin, and I'm not exactly sure what that was because I was busy getting set up here, but it was something like 20 to possibly 35 or 40. I'll find that out before we end the broadcast tonight. But in the second game, it's going to be the varsity matchups. Like I said, the Lady Jackets have been on a high lately, winning 5 of their last 7 games, so they are on a roll. They finally have gotten to, they were knocking three-pointers down like crazy last week. They hit 13, I think, on Tuesday night, and in the final game they hit 11, I believe it was, or it might have been Thursday night that they hit 11. But the Jackets have been exciting. The Lady Jackets have been playing hard. They only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors, 6 seniors, and the rest are underclassmen. And they've been really doing a lot with what they have. So now we are going to stand, and you can join in singing if you want to at home for the playing of the national anthem. And there's your national anthem being performed by, I'm not quite sure who that was, but it was a great recording. Our Yellow Jacket Pep Band is not with us here this evening. And now, stadium announcer Luke Lawhead will have our starting lineups for us.
Now let's meet the starting line for the visiting Lady Wildcats.
First, the Lady Wildcats.
Number 2, Emma Craig.
Number 2, Emma Craig, a junior. Number 11, Lyndon Udi, a freshman. Number 12, Jaden Girardi, a junior.
And number 30, Jada Shepard.
Kansas Craig, number 21. And Jada Shepard, she is a senior. They are coached by Rodney Sipe, and the assistant coaches are Ashton Stanley and Lauren Hargis.
And now here's the starting lineup for your Chester Lady Yellow
And the
Jackets.
starting lineups for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Number 21, senior Lillian Diskey. Number 24, Jessica Stump, a senior. Aubrey Coleman, a senior. Lexi Mott, a senior. And number 35, Marley Caby. They are coached by Jeff Mott, head coach. The assistant coaches are Jen Coleman, Cameron Howie, and Kevin Cartwright. And it looks like the scoreboard side for the Yellow Jackets, if you can see that, is not lit up yet. I guess they're still programming those starters over there. Both teams are in their opening huddles and will be tipping off here in just about 15 or 20 seconds. This is Jim Beers with your broadcast of Lady Jacket basketball here this evening, here at Chester High School in Colbert Memorial Gymnasium on Rocky Bridges Court. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I think tonight you're coming across on the Huddle Network. You're coming across on Facebook, and you're coming across on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Lexi Mott to tip off for the Jackets. Anna-Jonesboro with the tip, and shot no good. Rebound by Lexi Mott. The Jackets are dressed in their white uniforms with orange numbers, and the Anna-Jonesboro Lady Wildcats are in their black uniforms with blue numbers. Opening shot by Jessica Stump, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Wildcats. Wildcats going from left to right on your TV screen. Lady Yellow Jackets going from right to left on your TV screen in this opening half. Another shot by the Wildcats, no good. Rebounded by the smallest girl on the court, Marley Caby. She's a feisty one. Jackets working the ball very well tonight. Lexi Mott off the back, no good. She didn't totally get her pivot around. She kind of shot from a halfway pivoted position. That was a tough one. Score still 0-0 here at the 6:41 mark in the first quarter at Chester High School. And a basket by AJ's number 11, Lyndon Udi. 2-0 the score. Yellow Jackets here at the 6:30 mark. Lillian Diskey with a three-pointer, no good. Nice work again. Udi with a basket. And that was Marley Caby with a shot. First shot for the Jackets that went in. 4-2 is the score, 5:44 mark. Shot off the right side by number 30, Jada Shepard. 6-2. Jack gets through the ball away.
Out of bounds. AJ ball.
Anna-Jonesboro with the basketball. Inbounded to number 21, and she put it right in immediately. Kansas Craig. I like that name, Kansas. I don't like the score. 8-2 with 5:13 remaining in the first quarter here at Chester High School. And the Jackets try to pass it inside, and the Jessica Stump didn't make the cut to take the basket, take the ball, and the ball went right to Anna-Jonesboro. 4:58 to play in the first quarter. The score is 8-2. Anna-Jonesboro Lady Wildcats. Took a little travel there. Number 30, Jada Shepard, she got a little excited there and took a step before she started dribbling, so she was called for traveling. Jackets with the basketball, full court pressure by the Wildcats. Nice move to the right side by Aubrey Coleman. 8-4 at the 4:40 mark. Nice move by Aubrey Coleman. Jessica Stump with the steal. She's got a left-handed dribble going down, and she's going to be bumped on the way to the basket. Nice steal by Jessica. She hadn't quite made the shooting form yet, so she doesn't get a shot there, but it was a foul. Foul on number 12, Jaden Girardi. Jackets on the inbound, lost the ball, another turnover. And drive to the length of the floor. 2 points. Score is 10-4 at the 4:18 mark. Another turnover by the Jackets. And a pass up to number 12, Jaden Girardi. And this time, the Lady Wildcats threw it away. Ball goes back to Chester. We still got full court pressure by the Lady Wildcats. The score is 10-4 with 4:05 to play in the first quarter here at Chester High School in Colbert Memorial Gymnasium. Pass up, full court. Lexi Mott is not her usual self tonight. That's 2 layups in a row that she has missed. Lexi gets the loose ball, gets it off to Coleman, who drives in, and she is fouled. That's Diskey, Lillian Diskey.
Lillian Diskey shooting for Chester.
Aubrey Coleman is 31, not 21. Lillian with the free throw. She makes the first here at the 3:47 mark of the ball game. And she makes the second. Lillian Diskin's perfect at the line. 10-6. And a slight bump by Jessica Stump. Not a shooting foul. That's the first foul for the Yellow Jackets, the first foul for Jessica, and the scoreboard is totally lit up at this point. Our technician, Aiden Bleckley, getting the problem solved like he does with everything. Nice feed inside to number 21, Kansas Craig. Another Chester turnover on slow, sloppy passes. 12-6 now the score. Nice rebound by Coleman, gets it up to Diskey, who can't quite get it. The pass was a little bit above her, and it goes out of bounds. Ball back to Anna-Jonesboro. Lady Wildcats in the black uniforms. Another cut inside, doesn't hit the basket. That was number 12, Jaden Girardi. Jackets with the rebound, Jackets with the ball. Coleman with a 3-ball no off the front of the rim, but she goes and gets her own tip. Another 3-ball up, no good. And this time, an outlet all the way up the court to number 12, Jaden Girardi, with a nice play there. 14-6 the score at the 1:58 mark.
Out of bounds, Chester ball.
Out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by the Wildcats. Ball stays with the Yellow Jackets. The Lady Jackets, I should say. Diskey into Stump, who can't get it to go. Rebounded by Lexi Mont. That's her third inside right at the basket. Missed tonight. She must be nervous. Jaden Girardi again. 16. The Jackets are down by 10, 16-6. Here with a minute 30. Jackets missed the shot, rebounded by the Lady Wildcats. So the minute and 23 in the first quarter. Jump ball. Looked like there was some contact there, but the ball is going to go to the Jackets. They had the possession arrow. A minute 14 to go in the first quarter. We are here at Chester High School. 16-6 is the score. Lady Wildcats ahead of the Jackets. Missed the shot. Turnover for the Jackets. Drive the length to the floor, number 11, Lyndon Udy. Jackets with the rebound. Diskey up to Stump. Stump's looking. Stump with the 3-ball. It's good. Off the right side. First 3-ball of the evening. I was bragging on them a while ago about all the threes they shot last week. 16-9 the score with 29 seconds left in the first quarter here at Chester High School. Mr. Colonel's theater program is letting out. They're rehearsing for the upcoming theater production. And I'll be truthful with you, I cannot tell you what the name of it is. Lyndon Udy with the basket. And after 1 quarter of play, it's the Anna-Jonesboro Lady Wildcats 18, the Chester Lady Jackets 9. We'll take a quick break here for me anyway to get a drink and get my notes together for the second quarter. If you've just tuned in, it is the Lady Yellow Jackets hosting the Lady Wildcats from Anna-Jonesboro this evening. And after 1 quarter of play, it is the Lady Jackets down by 9 points, 18-9. Don't forget, Thursday night this week, the Jackets will be hosting Steelville. They had a 3-game home stint this week and a 2-game home stint next week when Oakville and Carterville are going to be coming to town. That's 5 games in a row, 2 weeks of home games. So if you haven't seen the Lady Jackets this year, this is a good opportunity because they're going to be here for 5 games this week and next week added together. And the Wildcats have the basketball to start out the second quarter. Ball gets inside to number 21. That's Kansas Craig, but she is hacked on the way up by Jessica Stump, number 24. That's her second foul. And going to the line is Kansas Craig. First shot hits the rim and bounces out. Second one's good. That's Kansas Craig, number 21, with a free throw, giving the Wildcats 19 points. Jackets now down by 10 points. And I can say, after 2 weeks back-to-back of tournaments, the Lady Jacket Midwinter Classic 2 weeks ago, last week, the 62nd Annual Chester Invitational Tournament for the boys, having a packed gym with a lot of excitement. Tonight is a little bit different. I can count probably close to 20 people here for Anna-Jonesboro, and Chester might have 50 to 75. I don't know for sure. Chester shot no good, rebounded by Kansas Craig. Lady Wildcats with the basketball. We're at the 7:27 mark of the second quarter. Just started. Good ball movement by the Wildcats, and a shot off the right side by Jada Shepard. (21-9) the score. Nice move inside by Aubrey Coleman. Doesn't go. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Jada Shepard with another shot. Back-to-back shots by Jada. 23-9 at the 6:32 mark. Foul on Jaden Girardi. Not a shooting foul. Jackets with the ball. Out to Lexi Mott. Over to Coleman. Lillian Diskey at the top. This AJ defense has the Jackets kind of stymied here tonight. There you go. Coleman off the left side. No good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Shot by Lyndon Udi. And she really didn't even shoot that ball. She kind of just wailed it up there, but it went in. Jackets missed their shot, and the Wildcats have the ball. Shot no good, didn't even hit the rim. Rebounded, however, by number 12, the junior, Jaden Girardi. No good, rebound by Lillian Diskey. She drives the length of the floor. She takes it to the left side. Marley Caby with one that went in and out, bounced right back out. Jackets so far having an off night here this evening. There just doesn't seem to be a lot of energy on the floor or in the stands. And I'm not sure if Coach Mott he's been injured. His leg has been injured. His knee, I believe. And he is over into the orange chair. He's not even up on the bench with the team tonight. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the Lady Jackets' emotions tonight. Stump takes a three, no.
Out of bounds. AJ Ball.
Diskey went for the rebound. She was bumped. And the ball went out of bounds, but the ball is going to the Wildcats. 25-9 the score. Jackets not flying too high tonight, not stinging too much. Inside move by number 21, Kansas Craig. 27-9 at the 4:23 mark of the second quarter. We are just 4 minutes and 21 seconds now before the halftime buzzer rings. Lillian Diskey inbounding underneath the Chester basket. Gets it in to Jessica Stump. She can't get it off. And a rebound and a stick back. There she is, Lexi Mott. She's come alive. 27-11 at the 4:10 mark. Good defense underneath by the Jackets. Out of bounds by the Lady Wildcats. Ball goes back to the Jackets here with 3:46 to go in the first half of action here. In case you've just tuned in, it is the Lady Jackets hosting the Lady Wildcats from Anna-Jonesboro. Anna-Jonesboro still in the River to River Conference, but the Jackets still schedule games with them. We played in the same conference when we were, I think, 2 conferences ago. We went to the Black Diamond, now we're in the Cahokia. We were in the River to River Mississippi Division along with Pinckneyville, Sparta, DuQuoin, and Jonesboro. Jump ball. And the indicator is indicating the ball goes to the Lady Wildcats. 3 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the first half of this ball game. Turnover by the Wildcats. Get the ball out to Caby, who drives down with the pass over to Stump, back out to Diskey, over to Coleman. And a move inside by Lily, but she can't get it to go. But Lexi Mott follows through for the second time down the court with a rebound and a stick back. 27-13. Jackets are coming alive here in the final minutes of this first half. I knew they wouldn't stay asleep too long because they have played too well in 5 of their last 8 games. And they had their touch the last 3 games. They were making 3-pointers, running the court, and the ball's tipped out of bounds by Jaden Girardi. And the ball goes back to the Jackets with 2:23. See if they can continue to score. They scored on their last 2 trips down the court. Nice play by Jessica Stump. Went after the loose ball, got it, and there was a tie-up. But the indicator this time was in favor of the Wildcats. No, I'm sorry, the Jackets got the ball. Tipped out of bounds by Girardi. Chester ball underneath their own basket. Lillian Diskey to inbounds. Coming into the ball game, number 4 for the Wildcats, Michaela Nance. She's a sophomore. Nice feed inside to Marley Caby, who banks it up for 2. Marley Caby. 15 for the Jackets, 27. The Jackets have scored 3 in a row. Jackets have, somebody shook the hive. They've come alive. And they've begun to sting the Wildcats. And a drive to the left side by Girardi. She's fouled. Foul on number 21, Chester's 21, Lillian Diskey. And that is going to send number 12, Jaden Girardi, to the line with the clock stopped at 1:37. She makes her first. Made her first free throw. The second one is up and in. Girardi hits them both to give the Wildcats their first score in about 3 minutes. 29-15 the score. KB making a strong move down the baseline, but she hits it off of her own leg, I believe, and it goes out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Wildcats from Anna-Jonesboro. 1:23 to play in the half. Girardi goes up off the right side. This time it looks like Lillian Diskey got a piece of that arm as she tried to put the ball up. Girardi was out of control and off balance, but she tried to put the shot up anyway, and she was fouled. Girardi's first shot, no good. She missed that one. It bounced off the right side of the rim. 1:12 to go in the first half here at Chester High School. Second one is good. Making it 30-15. They have the score doubled on the Jackets. 1:10 left in the second quarter. Jackets with good ball movement. Try to get it inside to Mott. They can't get it in. And now there's going to be a foul on Anna-Jonesboro. Foul on, that's Michaela Nance, the sophomore that just came into the ball game. Her first foul, the team's fourth foul. Lillian Diskey to inbound. She gets it into the top of the key to Coleman. Over to Stump. Over to Diskey, who lobs it, tries to lob it over the head of the defenders to number 33 Chester's Lexi Mott. It's tipped out of bounds by Anna-Jonesboro. And we've seen that play 3 times in a row. Number 33 for the Jackets, Lexi Mott, gets the missed shot and banks it back in with a stick back. 30-7 is the score. 17, I'm sorry, at the 42.8 mark. And Lexi makes her free throw for a 3-point play. 30-18. We are down to 32 seconds. Diskey tried to defend and couldn't stop her initiative there and pushed number 12, Jaden Girardi, out of bounds. That's a foul on the Yellow Jackets. That's Diskey's third foul. Girardi tried to do a reverse layup, couldn't get it to go. The ball's been falling in the hands of the Lady Wildcats almost every possession. Aubrey Coleman jumps in for the loose ball, and it's a jump ball. The arrow favors Chester. So with 5.5 seconds left on the clock, the Jackets are going to have a chance to score before the half. And we have a timeout on the floor. With 5.5 seconds left, Jackets down 30-18. The Jackets in the past 4 minutes have come alive and started to sting the Wildcats. The Wildcats don't like it. But the Jackets opened up the first 4 minutes of the half with no score. The score was actually, though, 3-0 in the first opening 4 minutes. Neither team had scored in the opening half. portion of the quarter. And a shot up at the buzzer by
Anna-Jonesboro 30,
the Yellow Jackets, no good. And as the buzzer sounds, the Lady Jackets are down 30-18. We have 10 minutes on the clock for halftime rest, relaxation, make a trip to the TV stand, go to the kitchen, do whatever you want to do. And we'll be back here in about 2 or 3 minutes. Welcome back to Chester High School. It's Jim Beers with your broadcast of Lady Jacket basketball here this evening. We are broadcasting from atop the concourse, upper concourse of Colbert Memorial Gymnasium. The game's being played on Rocky Bridges Court. And the score at halftime is the Anna-Jonesboro Lady Wildcats 30, the Chester Yellow Jackets 18. Your referees for tonight, I forgot to announce that earlier, Wayne Taylor, Michael Bossy, and Sean Whitenell. Glad to have them with us here this evening. Want to bring you up to date on a couple of things here. Number one, next Wednesday night, we talked about this earlier in the broadcast, the Chester High School dance team is going to be traveling to Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. They're going to be dancing at the halftime of the Southern Illinois University Salukis versus University of Northern Iowa Panthers game. That's Wednesday, January the 28th at 6 p.m. at Banterra Center. And the dance team consisting of Hayden Cartwright, Anna Helvey Ehring, Southern LaChance, Megan Zimmer, Aubrey Petrowski, Macy Van Zant, Katie Werner, Jaden Burt, Gracie Irose, Justice Mattingly, Peyton Mull, and Kennedy Norton. They're going to be dancing for entertainment at the halftime of the SIU versus UNI game. The dance team is coached by Adrienne Kern, and she is assisted by Emily Roth and Bailey Mizuraka. So if you would like to come to that game, get this now. The tickets for Chester people here are discounted. They have two different packages. The 3-point package is for $10 tickets. The tickets are seated in section 113 right behind the basket, and that's on the end of the Banterra Center by the SIU bench. So that's about a $5 savings. I think tickets are $15, roughly $15. So that's a $5 savings. Or if you want the maroon package, if you don't like to sit on bleachers, for $20 you can get one of the chairback seats in that corner by the SIU bench. Now here's a deal which has not been advertised until just now tonight. We got permission, or the SIU ticket agent got permission from the university to offer any Chester group, any team, any club, any organization that wants to go to the game, they can arrange for $5 tickets. They did that once before earlier in this season, and they packed the SIU Banterra Center that night, and they're hoping to pack it again when UNI comes to town. So if you are interested, if you are a coach or if you're a teacher that has a group, I'm talking a student council group, an art club, a ball team, and this is Chester High School, this is Chester Grade School, this is Chester St. John's, this is Chester St. Mary's. If you are interested, I can organize that for you to get the $5 tickets for your kids. I'm told that the coaches and the chaperones still get the discounted $10 price, but they do have to pay the $10 price. But the kids can come in for $5 only. So if you're interested, call me at 615-2721, and I'll be glad to organize that for you. Like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, too, the Lady Jackets are coming off of a runner-up performance 2 weeks ago in the 19th annual Chester Midwinter Classic Basketball Tournament. The Jackets played New Athens in the first game of the tournament, beating them 65-24, advancing them to the semifinals against Trico. They beat Trico to advance to the finals, and in the finals, it was a knockdown drag-out to the final seconds of the ball game, losing 54-51 to accept the runner-up title of that tournament. Lexi Mott was a member of that all-tournament team for that competition. Last week at the Chester Invitational Tournament, it was the 62nd annual tournament south of I-70, they tell me. The Yellow Jackets defeated New Athens 59-51. It was a knockdown drag-out, a close game even until the final seconds of the game. And in the end, the Yellow Jackets made a couple of key baskets and made their free throws when they had to win 59-51 over the New Athens Yellow Jackets. In third place of that tournament, it was Saxony 47, Valley 37 in the third place game. In the consolation championship game, it was Perryville 64, Valmeyer 48. Perryville won the consolation championship tourney. And in the seventh place game, it was Lebanon 58, Lovejoy 18. Lebanon got the seventh place title. That was last week in the 62nd annual Chester Invitational Boys Tournament. One final reminder, if you're not here, it's probably too late to get in on this, but every time the Lady Jackets hit a three-point shot, shirts fly into the stands. Jacket fans, keep your eyes to the skies, because every time the Yellow Jackets or Lady Jackets hit a three-point shot during the 2025-26 season, the shirts fly into the crowd. For the 32nd year in a row, local sponsors have come together to provide the annual three-point shot club. And we want to thank all of our loyal sponsors, and there's 23 this year: Silkworm Incorporated, Buena Vista National Bank, Lawhead Service Station, Mayor Joe Egemeyer in the city of Chester, State Farm Insurance, Andy's Auto Body, Rogers Country Market, First Baptist Church of Chester, Swibco and Robinson Transportation. They carry the jackets, you know. Victor's Medicenter Pharmacy, Matt McCoy and Country Financial, Tequila's Mexican Restaurant, Memorial Hospital of Chester, Tim Hall Construction, Gilster Merrilee Corporation of Chester, Chester Insurance Agency, Scott Rust and the Chester Dairy Queen, River City Auto Center, Dietrich Bank of Chester, Vasquez Fitness Center, and our three newest sponsors. We want to thank them for joining us this year: Mom and Pop's Pizza, Tommy Creason and Four Seasons Crappie Fishing, and Grace Church. At the buzzer we finish. Thank you to our local 23 sponsors for sponsoring the Three-Point Shot Club for the 32nd year. And I need to grab a quick sip of water here before we start action here in the second half at Chester High School. It's the Lady Jackets hosting the Lady Wildcats of Anna-Jonesboro. And the last time that the Lady Jackets played Anna-Jonesboro was in the first game of the Carterville round robin tournament. The Jackets lost that one 63-54. So the Jackets have had a little difficulty with the Wildcats this year. Jackets taking their time to get out on the court here after the halftime break. And the referee's discussing something with the coach. Looks like the head coach tonight is Cameron Howie. She is a Southeast Missouri State student, and she's studying physical. I forgot what the name of it is. She wants to be a PE teacher, I believe, and a coach, a high school coach. And she is, they've put her on the end of the bench. I think she's got the main duties tonight. Maybe she has to do that for her class or something. But anyway, it's nice to see Cam back. She was one of the Chester favorites on the Lady Jackets when she was at Chester High School several years ago. Wildcats have the basketball going from left to right to left this half. They're in the black uniforms. In the white uniforms are the Lady Jackets, and they'll be going on your screen from left to right. We're in the third quarter. Jackets down 30-18. Good defense by the Jackets on this first possession. And they throw a long pass to try to get the ball in to Aubrey Coleman, and it goes right to one of the Lady Wildcats. So that great play, great defensive play on that end was turned over by a very long, lofty pass, which was intercepted. Foul on number 24, Jessica Stump. That is going to be, I believe, her third foul of the evening, and that's going to put at the line.
Shooting free throws for Jada Shepard.
Jada Shepard, she's number 30. Clock is stopped at 7:09. We're in the second minute of play. She missed both, and it's rebounded by Lexi Mott, number 33, and Jessica didn't rip that ball away, and number 2, Emma Craig, got a piece of it and called a tie-up, and the arrow did favor Chester. What a play there by Lillian Diskey. She got the ball, made a quick dribble around. She slid to the floor, but kept dribbling it as she was on the floor and kept the ball alive. Jackets have the basketball here with 6:49 to play in the third period. Jackets have yet to score. Either team has yet to score in the second half. Missed shot by the Jackets, rebounded by the Wildcats. And Jaden Girardi, their point guard, brings down the basketball. Jackets playing some pretty feisty defense. The Wildcats are having to work to get the ball passed around so far in the third quarter. They keep moving the ball. Got it finally inside, and it takes a roll. And that was Emma Craig for 2. First points of the third quarter. Jackets tried to get it inside to their tall girl, Lexi Mott, but that ball was intercepted. And the Wildcats have a shot off the right side and another shot in.
Jump ball. Wildcat basketball.
Jump ball there, tie up. Jackets couldn't rip it away again. And the ball this time goes to the Wildcats. Jackets have yet to score in the second half of this ball game. Not a good sign. Ball up, rebounded by tell you what, the numbers on the Wildcat uniforms are so hard to see because they are black numbers on a black jersey, just outlined in blue and white. It's hard to see. That's Kansas Craig, number 21, at the line here at the 4:52 mark. She made her first free throw, and the second one is up and in. She's got a nice free throw shot. 36-18. Jessica Stump from the top of the key, no good at rims, in and out, and rebounded by one of the smaller girls on the court, Jaden Girardi. They get the ball down. And a missed shot at rimmed out, rebounded by Marley Caby, one of Chester's smallest players and youngest. And a shot from the side, in and out this time. Rebounded by Lexi Mott, and she puts it in a stick back. First points of the third quarter, 36-20 at the 4:10 mark. Jackets down by 16. Looks like it's going to be another bumping foul this time.
Foul is on Lexi Mott.
Lexi Mott this time, number 33.
Shooting free throws for Anna-Jonesboro.
And this is going to send Kansas Craig, number 21, to the line. Ball up and good, nothing but net. She made both of her shots 30 seconds ago. We'll see what she does this time. Clock is stopped at 3:58. Second shot is up and good. Kansas Craig gives the Lady Wildcats 38 to Chester's 20. Nice move inside by Aubrey Coleman. The ball went in and bounced out. That's the second time her shots have done that. That's got to be frustrating for Aubrey. The ball went down into the hoop and back out. Another rebound this time by Marley Caby, the smallest girl on the court. And the ball gets loose, and Lexi Mott fouls in the process of trying to get it. And that is sending to the line.
Shooting free throws for Anna, Jada Shepard.
Jada Shepard, number 30. She made her first. Second one bounces out, rebounded by Lexi Mott. 39-20 the score. And this time a drive inside by Coleman, and she is hacked.
Foul is on
Jaden Girard with the foul. That is the first team foul for the Wildcats. And the ball gets in the hands of 35, the sophomore Marley Caby, and she's fouled, and she's going to go to the line for the Lady Jackets with 3:12 on the clock. 3:12 in the third quarter. Marley Caby. Shot's good. Giving Jackets 21. Marley Caby up. Good rotation, good arch, but no. But rebounded by Jessica Stump, and she puts it in for 2. Nice play by Stump. Good quick motion there. 39-23. Lady Jackets down. And Lexi Mott reaches in, tips the ball away, deflects it to Coleman, who gets it over to Stump, who gets it over to Caby, who gets it over to Diskey. Shot up. Bingo. In and out again. Rebounded by Caby. She puts it up, and a rebound by Jessica Stump. She's all over the place. Jessica showing a lot of initiative this evening, and she keeps the ball alive for the Jackets. Coleman with a shot up, no. But Lexi Mott is there for the rebound and sticks it back for 2 points. 39-25 with 2:20 left in the third quarter. Jackets have come alive now finally in the second half of this third quarter. A jump ball, the arrow favors the Lady Wildcats from Anna-Jonesboro. Wildcats in black, the Yellow Jackets in white. Here at Chester High School in Colbert Memorial Gymnasium on Rocky Bridges Court, it's Lady Jacket basketball. And another deflection by, it's just a review of the same thing that happened on the last possession. A tip out, a deflection by Mott, and it goes over to Caby. They get down, they can't get the shot to fall. And it looks like we're going to have a foul on this play. Foul on Lexi Mott. That's her third foul. We now have Diskey, Stump, and Mott with 3 fouls apiece. That's going to send to the line. That's 5 fouls, sending the Wildcats to the line. First one's off the tip, front tip of the rim. Second one up and in. That was Emma Craig. 40-25. Jackets down by 15. Jessica Stump with the 3. 28. 40-28 at the 1:20 mark. Mott keeps that one alive. It goes off of the foot of one of the Chester players. Mott charges over to the baseline, rolls it back in. Mott's got the basketball off the right side. She goes up for the shot, and she is fouled. That's what Lexi is famous for, taking that ball in the hoop down toward the basket in traffic. That time there were 3 defenders, and one of them got the foul. Lexi's first shot is no good. That's a rarity. Lexi usually makes those. See if she can make the second one. Up and off of the front of the rim. No. Rebounded by Anna-Jonesboro. The clock is ticking down. We're under a minute to play in the third quarter. And that ball goes right out of the hands of Emma Craig. And Chester calls a timeout here with 48.8 seconds on the clock. There's a Chester timeout. Glad to have you joining us here this evening on our broadcast. We are tonight on the Huddle Network. We're on YouTube and we are on Facebook. I'm Jim Beers with your broadcast. Glad to be with you. Tell you what, I'm a little hoarse this week. I had 2 weeks back to back of tournament action here. It's always tough after we come back from New Year's. The first week of the January is the Chester Lady Jacket Midwinter Classic, and that's 12 games in 5 days. And then, actually it's 4 days because we have 1 day off during that week. And then the next week is the Chester 62nd Annual Chester Invitational Tournament, the boys tournament, and that's another 12 games in 4 days. So my voice is just about shot. And on the off nights, down to SIU covering SIU basketball. So I am about shot with my voice. 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 40-28 is the score. Shot up, no good. Jessica Stump chases the loose ball, gives it to Diskey, who drives the length of the floor. She's going for the hoop, and it's Girardi reaches in and tips it up. It goes about 10 feet high, but out of bounds. 1 shot left, no good at the buzzer. 40-28 is the score to end the third period here at Chester High School. It's the Chester Lady Jackets and the Anna-Jonesboro Lady Wildcats. Give a shout out to our technician. He's more than a technician. He's a guru of electronics and multimedia, Aiden Bleckley. He's got the music going for us this evening. He has the video broadcast going. He's got all the sound, and he's also running the electronic media portion of the scoreboard. Jaden is an aeronautics student down at Southern Illinois University. He commutes to Carbondale for classes. Doing very well. He told me he just got notice today that he made the dean's list once again. He was flying his first year, actually flying planes, and this year he's kind of gotten an interest in the technological part. And I think he says he wants to start working on the maintenance of both jets and prop planes. So that's Aiden Bleckley. Hats off to Aiden. Very glad to have him with us. He keeps this program going. So thank you, Aiden. And we're about to begin fourth quarter action here at Chester High School. It's the Chester Lady Jackets hosting the Lady Anna-Jonesboro Wildcats. Chester has the ball to start out the fourth quarter. Aubrey Coleman drives to the lane and puts in the first points of the fourth quarter. Chester down by 10. They are within 10. Kansas Craig with the basket. Jackets now down by 12. Tie basketball. Clock, or the arrow, favors Anna-Jonesboro. 7:19 in the ball game. The Jackets can pop a couple of those threes and get right back in this thing. Nice defense, surrounding defense there. And a pass goes to Coleman, drives the length of the floor. It looks like she's going for the basket, but just like the last trip down, whenever Diskey, the player, number 30, Jada Shepard, reached in and slapped that ball out of bounds. Ball stays with Chester. 7-minute mark. Out of bounds on the pass. Goes out of bounds off of the hands of Jessica Stump. Ball goes back to Anna-Jonesboro. 6 minutes, 56 seconds left in the ball game. 42-30 the score. Jackets down by 12. That is nothing to come back if they start hitting their threes. Lexi Mott with her fourth foul for the Jackets. That's going to send to the line Kansas Craig again. I'm sorry, it's number 30, Jada Shepard. She made her first. 43-30. The other one hits the back of the rim and bounces in. 2 free throws for Jada. And a 3 ball by the Jackets, number 21, Lillian Diskey, plus 3. That gives the Jackets 33 to 44. 6:26, plenty of time left. Jackets down by 11. Shot up by number 11, Lyndon Udy. No good. Rebounded and stuck back up. No good, but a foul on the rebound. Foul's on Marley Keeby. That's only her second. It's the second team foul. At the line, number 12, Jaden Girardi. And she makes the second. Jaden's a great free throw shooter. Now 46-33. Jackets with the ball. Diskey with a 3 ball. Oh, hits the back of the rim and bounces out. And Diskey follows her shot and takes it away. And a basket by Chester's Natalie Gieterslaw into the ball game. I think that's her second basket of the season for the Varsity. She comes off of the bench. Very happy for her, very proud of her. 5:36 left on the clock. Jackets down. Aubrey Coleman with her first foul of the evening. Number 31. Aubrey typically plays so feisty, she picks up some fouls. Number 30 at the line for AJ, Jada Shepard. Makes her first. Misses her second. And a rebound by Gieterslaw keeps the ball alive for the Jackets. KB arches the 3 from far out, no good off the rim. Rebounded by number 12, 12, Jaden Girardi. Jessica Stump puts the pressure on after the rebound. And the Wildcats, number 21, Kansas Craig, steps out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Jackets. 5 minutes left in the ball game. Plenty of time for the Jackets to come back. Coleman shoots the 3. Diskey gets the rebound over to Stump. Out to Coleman. Over to KB. Back out to Coleman. And Diskey takes the ball and looks at the play. 3 points, Jessica Stump. Another 3. That's going to keep the Jackets in this thing. They're under 10 points, 47-38 at the 4:30 mark. Missed shot. Chester can't get the rebound. They almost did. And a stick back. by number 21, Kansas Craig. Missed shot by the Jackets, rebounded by Craig. Gives it to Girardi to bring down. We are with 3:55 left in the game. Jackets were down to under 10. They were at 9-point deficit. And now they're at 11 again. The Wildcats throw it away. An errant pass by Lyndon Udy goes out of bounds. Jackets have the ball. 3:43 left on the clock. Diskey brings it across the line. Coleman over to Diskey. Out to Stump, who's hot. Another three! Woohoo! Jessica Stump, another three. 41-49. Jackets down to 8.
Timeout, Chester.
Yes, sir. Timeout, Chester, with the clock at 3:32. Jessica Stump coming through with back-to-back three-pointers to get the Jackets down to 8-point deficit. There's still 3:32 on the clock. Plenty of time. I told you that if the Jackets got hot with those three-pointers, it would be no problem to come back from that 12-point deficit. And I guess Jessica Stump heard me. In the fourth quarter, Diskey with a three, Stump with a three, Stump with another three. And Gieterschlaw with a two. Nice shot by Gieterschlaw. Good to see her in the game. Good to see her get her name in the book. Good to see get her to have a little bit of. She got a key rebound down there to keep the ball alive for the Jackets. So very proud of Natalie. Natalie is one of our 6 seniors. Seniors, Riley Lawhead, who has a broken leg actually. She's not able to play. Lillian Diskey, number 21. Jessica Stump, number 24, senior. Aubrey Coleman, number 31, senior. Lexi Mott, number 33, senior. And Natalie Gieterschlaw. All seniors. Okay, with 3:32 remaining on the clock. For the game, Jackets putting on some full court pressure. Lady Wildcats with the basketball. They are in black. Jackets putting on some heavy pressure. Girardi, she is quick with the ball. She can go left or right-handed. We're almost at the 3-minute mark. The Lady Wildcats are playing some keep away now. They're burning clock, and they mess up on their pass. Lexi Mott gets it, drives down to the court, and there's a bump on number 2, Emma Craig. A foul on Emma Craig is going to give the ball to the Jackets with 2:56 left. Jessica Stump, number 24, to inbounds. See if the Jackets can continue their scoring, preferably with some more threes. Those lob passes are dangerous. Coleman with a 3-shot, no, rebounded. And an errant pass, another long pass intercepted by Diskey. Gives the ball back to Chester after a missed shot down here on this end of the court. They lob it inside to Lexi Mott, and she goes up for the shot, and she is hammered. And that stops the clock at 2:16. Jada Shepard with her 4th foul, and that sends Lexi Mott to the line with the clock stopped. They can get 2 points here without burning any clock. Her first shot goes off the front of the rim. They could have been within 7. Let's see if Lexi can get us within 7 with this shot. Coach Cameron Howie looking. The second shot goes up and off and rebounded. Rebounded by the Lady Wildcats, and they're going to burn clock again. They're going to pass. And the shot goes up, and it looks like
Foul is on
Jessica Stump gets her 4th foul. That's Lexi Mott and Jessica Stump with 4 fouls. Sending to the line, number 21, Kansas Craig.
Shooting free throws for Anna, Kansas Craig.
And another free throw. I'm counting 2, 4, 6 free throws made by the Wildcats in this 4th quarter to keep them ahead and alive. You take those 6 points away, and it's an all different game, but they're making them when they have to. Got to give them credit for that. Score now 41-51. Jackets with the basketball under their own basket. And this time it's a tie-up. Out of bounds on Anna-Jonesboro. Chester will keep the ball with 1:51 left in the ball game. It's turning out that this is the same type of high-scoring ball game that took place in the Carterville tournament when the Wildcats beat the Jackets in December. A 3-ball, no good by Coleman. Coleman having a rough night tonight on the scoreboard. A minute 24 to go in the ball game. Rebound by Lillian Diskey. She's bringing the ball down. She's being trapped, but she gets loose. KB drives in, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to favor the Wildcats. That was good quick action on number 21, Kansas Craig. And we have a timeout with 1:09 left on the clock. 1 minute, 9 seconds. Timeout. Ten-point lead, 51-41. Anna-Jonesboro Lady Wildcats over the Jackets. Jackets made a good run, got within 8 points. But the shots just didn't fall on the last 2 or 3 possessions. The Jackets, however, did come alive in this 4th quarter to make this thing an interesting ball game. It was a slow start for the Jackets, who trailed in the 1st quarter 18-9, trailed at the halftime 30-18. They didn't score any points. Oh, 9 points, I guess, in that 2nd quarter. In the 3rd quarter, they trailed 40-28, and now it's 51-41. Full court pressure by the Jackets, going to try to get a steal, keep the thing alive. And it looks like Lexi Mott will pick up her 5th foul. Lexi fouls out. And Lexi takes the bench at 1:04. I watched her on that. It was a very, very minute foul. But I guess the foul's a foul. At the line, number 21 for the Wildcats, Kansas Craig. She gets her 2nd. 52-41. KB to Geeterslaw, out to Diskey. Diskey tries the 3, no off the front of the rim, and a rebound and a reach-in foul. A rebound by Jaden Girardi and a reach-in foul to stop the clock by Coleman. 45.8 seconds remaining in the ball game. And the Jackets, after a nice comeback run, have been stymied here in the last 30-some seconds with opportunities. They actually scored at the 3:32 mark. They got within 8. And the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds, they have been stymied. Bad pass by the Jackets, gets stolen by, and a double dribble by number 2, Emma Craig, gives the ball back to the Jackets after the ball was stolen on the bad pass. 34 point, 8 seconds left. Shot up, no good, rebounded by the Wildcats. With the clock ticking, we are under 25 seconds in the ball game. A reach-in foul by Coleman again to stop the clock. Coleman's third foul. Clock is stopped, and at the line, their dynamite free throw shooter, Girardi. She makes the first, makes the second to give them 55 to Chester's 41. Jackets going to have a chance for a final shot. The ball is up and goes off the side of the basket. It's tipped out of bounds. It's tipped out of bounds by the Wildcats. Lillian Diskey to inbounds. Natalie Giederschlaw in the ball game to take the spot of Lexi Mott. Marley KB out to Coleman. Into Jessica Stump. Coleman takes the ball up and off the rim, and that is going to be it at the end of regulation play. The Jackets fall 55 to 41, but I tell you what, the score wasn't that bad. With only 3:32 left, the Jackets were down. They came back from a 40 to 28 deficit in the third quarter to get 49 to 41 within 8 points, and then they just kind of lost some steam there in the final 3 minutes. So hats off for a very, very hard played game by the Anna-Jonesboro Lady Wildcats, and hats off to Chester for coming back from a very tough, slow start. There just didn't seem to be the energy on the bench or with the team, and I got a feeling that it could have been all tied in with Coach not being able to handle the team tonight. Cameron Howard did a good job of bringing them back. She seemed to be in control of the team, and that might have been part of her SEMO program to become a player or a coach in the future, a teacher coach. So we will say goodbye for now. We will see you again on Thursday night, January the 22nd, when the Steelville Lady Warriors, coached by Clint Cowan, former Chester High School player and former Chester High School Lady Jacket coach. They're coming to town on Thursday, January 22nd. The varsity will play at 7:30, and the junior varsity, if they have enough players and we have enough players, they will start at 6 o'clock. So for tonight, let's say good night. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is Jim Beers saying have a great rest of your week, and we hope to see you on Thursday night when the Steelville Warriors come to town. May God bless you, and be safe.